Good.
The street heat way to fame. I'm E3 the party guy, and it got me in the hot seat.
Granny running through my brain. Don't read my mind, cause you don't wanna go insane. Been feeding for bodies, money and diamonds.
Alright. What's up, fans? Well, this your boy DJ Funk Junkie. We are back in the building with E3, the party guy. Okay. So E, tell us a little bit about yourself where we can reach you at, what platforms you got going on. And
Well, I'm a true hip hop artist. That's what I would consider myself. My style is a little bit different from St. Pete, you know what I'm saying, 727. I try to create music that's more has a feel-good vibe to it, but still got some flavor and some street to it as well. Yeah.
what platforms can they reach you on?
Oh, you can reach me on all platforms.
Spell it out how they
Spotify, all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all the major, yeah. You know what
Right. Is there any specific way they got to type it in, or?
Oh, it's E3DA Party Guide, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's different is the duh, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just not THE, it's, you know what I'm saying, like I talk, the
Yeah.
Party Guide, you know what I'm saying? It's, yeah.
So where we get the party guy from?
Because I used to like I used to party a lot, you know what I'm saying? I used to be on the party scene a lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of after hour spots and always, you know what I'm saying, out, and I enjoyed the party vibe, and I feel as though like that's one thing that hip hop is missing is the that party, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays it's like, you know, you have to I don't really know how to. It's the vibe is totally different. You know what I'm saying? So instead of going out to party, you like more on your toes than really trying to enjoy yourself in the company of others. So I try to make my music now to cater more to that type of vibe. So it's not so much
Adversity.
the wrong energy. I don't want to create the energy and vibe that, you know what I'm saying, it was like murder's done to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear people like the music that was playing in his head when he pulled the trigger was Michael Jackson just beat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was probably some other song.
Sinister stuff.
Yeah, some old sinister, you know what I'm saying? So it's like people live to soundtracks, to their own personal soundtracks, and my personal experience is when I put a lot of energy into one of my first songs about a situation that came true, it geared me to lean away from that, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that with the music, you can speak things in existence either for yourself or for others,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they say we the gods of chants, you know what I'm saying? So the things that we chant, we could bring it to existence. That's why I think our music's so powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the music from old to the music, well, I ain't gonna say music of old. I said the music from my era to now. What do you see? How do you see the change in
90s and 2000 music was boring, to be honest. I actually hated the music. You know what I'm saying? The music now is more exciting. It's just too much death wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? But the energy is there, you know what I'm saying? And the melody, it's just the message and the freedom to speak on different things. It's not there. It's like hip hop is being hindered. So it could be so much more than what it is, but for so many people wanting to be on, they willing to cater their music to whoever's gonna support that bag, you know what I'm saying? So when artists don't really do it themselves, it puts a crush on their creativity, or if they trying to secure one type of fan base, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's some fan bases, just like you have some fan bases who are into like punk rock, or you have some fan bases into pop music. You have some artists who don't know their fan base but try to just pitch to these different fan bases till they find themselves for the money. So it's not really a love, but I think the music, the best music come from when people really enjoy the music. You know what I'm saying? When they enjoy creating the music. And I think people enjoy making music for clout. You know what I'm saying? And fame. It's not really a joy. It's like, oh, you see what I did, or you like it, then other people gravitate to it. It's not really for the joy of creating it. Like people like Lil Wayne, you can tell he actually enjoys creating the music because he's getting creative with it, and that's what really shows the depth of the artist, is the creativity. When you can really show some creativity, because creativity expresses genius, and it shows a difference. And with all these people trying to be the same, it don't show no genius. And that's what the art is in expressing the genius, whether it's painting, drawing, coloring, writing poetry, doing the word speech thing, or whatever they got, whatever that expresses. It could be a mathematician, it could be playing chess. It's a certain way and style that the person does it, that creativity that separates the Bobbies from the Bobby Fishers. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so
Gotcha.
me, I just like to go in there and use my life, my situations, and the world as paints with my artistry to express myself. So some music that I may put together may be, it may be facts based on symbols, symbology, you know what I'm saying? So all my metaphors is symbolic to a situation, you know what I'm saying? That may be real, but with the way the music industry now, if they don't get that way, then their actual music is going to condemn them. Like you have rappers now like Young Thug and all them, you know what I'm saying? And other artists like ARS, some of my favorite artists like them, Dark Low, you know what I'm saying? Some of them boys who done got knocked because they lyrics, because the industry want real situations, but then when the people tell a real situation from the story, then you get this whole third party who come in and say, boom, I got you, you know what I'm saying? So it takes the demographics off, you know what I'm saying? Some people going legit, so it's like, some people see it like every time we basically find a way out, you find other people who try to hinder that as well, you know what I'm saying? So you had the fake rappers, then you had the real gangsters come in. Now the real gangsters is getting hit for actually talking about real gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the people want. You know what I'm saying? So it's a conundrum.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you feel that most rappers that can really put something out, or artists, you know, I'm giving both the scale, the music that they put out, they have to really go through something to actually be able to draw in the audience that they need
definitely.
to? Or can you basically, it's like some of them fake it?
All right, once again, all right, the best music, I would say, come from emotions, or the deepest felt. But I can't really say the best, because unless you on that legend type level, like let's say a Biggie or Wayne, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not Biggie, but a Tupac, because Tupac's whole music strategy was to produce music. So if you already good at putting out a high quality of music, and at a quick turnaround, then you can do that. Other than that, it may take more practice. Maybe those guys have been through so much emotionally that they're like a factory. They could just produce that and put that out. And then you have other people who need to go through something, you know what I'm saying? But still, in relating to people, you don't always, you go through life every day. So you can always speak about something that's
that
relatable,
yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these fake artists or who really ain't even from the streets, they ain't got no type of background.
Studio gangster.
Yeah, they never did nothing what they rap about. They like watching TV. So they're looking at other people trying to create this character. It's not even a ego of themselves. It's some created character that they trying to act out as. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not a good writer or have a good writer, then that character is gonna suck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but some of them fit the actual characteristic of what's being presented too. You know, like you got these ghostwriters.
right.
You got some artists that just fit the actual look.
And that's
You know,
another thing where the game went left. Because real music, if you look back into real music, some of the most talented people didn't always have that look. You know what I'm saying? It's become like I used to do modeling. And in that, like at a very young age, before I even thought about the industry or whatever, it was always a cookie cut type, you know what I'm saying, a certain look. So that thing became, in the music field as well, to it's pretty much a cookie cut look, when some of the best artists who had the best...
Wait. Did y'all forget something? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Coming from yours truly, DJ Funk Junkie. Now back to the interview.
I'm saying,
Yes, yeah.
like, I use Barry White for example. Barry White had swag, you know what I'm saying, but he wasn't the ideal dude that you would just imagine to just be some big magnet, but he knew how to use his voice and how to use that one thing to connect with the ladies. So he had this deep, raspy voice that you can't even speak like. And if he talk like this to your woman, boy, she gone, boy.
Yeah.
And then he could sing with a voice like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's his whole swag is when you that dude, is you can't really replicate that. You get people who could try, but then they still look silly, just like the dudes that's over there trying to look like Drake and Durkio. You know what I'm saying? It's so much, then you just start looking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like 22 Savage, but he finessed it though, because you're supposed to use that till you turn up, to your tempo up, and then you switch up, you know what I'm saying? Then you turn up some more instead of just trying to stay in that lane, you know what I'm saying? So, I think a lot of the game is missing that now, and then when you do find those artists, they conform to the industry quickly, you know what I'm saying? Once somebody finds that talent, they conform them to whatever agenda, and the person conforms because they gonna get on. So not everybody on them, they're reaching their dreams, but now they're conforming their artistry. So they may do things against the grain, but somebody else tell them to do it and put money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? I can't really knock it because people go to work every day and do things that they wouldn't normally do, but they getting a check, but we don't talk about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the people who sell their soul on a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So people not the artists, or you know what I'm saying, but people do the same thing. The spotlight just not on them, you know what I'm saying? So me, I always just been original and different, and I always like the originality and difference in people and those people is who I gravitate to, you know what I'm saying?
So where do you feel that you pull most of your inspiration from?
Listening to dope artists. And when I say dope artists, it's not even the mainstream artists. If I hear talent, when I hear new music talent, it's like the spirit in their music ignites the spirit in me, and it gives me a new energy to get back on to what I'm doing. So if I ever get caught in a rut or anything, you know what I'm saying, once I listen, it could be R&B, because I started freestyling to R&B beats because they used to have that bass line, and a lot of us artists, that's how we pretty much started out, you know what I'm saying, freestyling to somebody else's beat, but mine used to be like R&B beats because they used to have the hardest like bass line, and it used to be like smooth, so you could like just ride through the, you know what I'm saying, through the beat, and I just started to enjoy it, have fun, and the little freestyle cyphers I would have with my little partners, I would just be, you know what I'm saying, just smashing them, you know what I'm saying, and my older cousins. So, you know, I always got my inspiration from either listening to, really listening to some new music. I get really tired of listening to the same old music. I don't know, it's like a drug. It's like, it starts to become stale and I need a new hit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So the ones that's dropping right now, we got a few fellas in the city that's went, I say, to the pros now. You know what I'm saying? I went to the industry. Do you feel like it's who you know, or is it actual talent that's really
One
pushing these
thing
boys
that I
out?
like about the local talent that's made it is that they prove that our city don't really back us until we actually make it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So like, you'll get the most hate locally until you prove yourself somewhere else, and then all the local love will come to you. So a lot of people who, you know what I'm saying, got on, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't receiving that much love here, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't people like talking about them and going to their shows crazy locally, but then when they start, other people in other cities start liking them, and you know what I'm saying, it started to outnumber the hate. The love started to overweigh the hate, you know what I'm saying, because St. Pete only a small city, so you get some of these other cities start showing you love, and then the numbers start going up, then the people around you can't help but to show that fake love. And that's really what it be. They don't really want to show the love until their hand is forced, and then they look lame for not showing love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to be looked at as just like a straight hater, so they like hate silently. You know what I'm saying? So it's little petty stuff, you know what I'm saying? All the local artists or local artists can attest to that, you know what I'm saying? You may not get what you expect, the support from the others around you, and then some other people who you don't know may really, yeah, I like your work, this is great, this is awesome, you know what I'm saying, da 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 da, hey, I can hook you up with this or this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying, and it's just like that. People that you may know, they may not even like or share your music and look at it all the time, you know what I'm saying, but they don't want you to outshine them, and that's really the problem. And it ain't even just the music, it's really any business around here, you know what I'm saying? You don't want one person to outshine the next, and usually it's because the person feel like you're gonna smash their chick or smash their partner may like you more, like Boosie say, you know what I'm saying? If your music hot in the city, and then dude girlfriend playing it, it's on the radio, the kids playing it, you know what I'm saying, and you this dude who, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to hear that shit. Your kids and your baby mama constantly talking about this other dude that, you know what I'm saying, you can't hold a candle to, you know what I'm saying, he in a whole different lane and you just feel lame, you know what I'm saying, you working at Winn-Dixie and he, you know, shining on the gram and, you know what I'm saying, no, you're not gonna support, or even, I take it down from there, you know what I'm saying, people feel as though there's talent. So, if other people are not jumping on the bandwagon, you know what I'm saying, people will purposely try to take the light off that talent. Oh man, that nigga trash. Just go through the, you know what I'm saying, scroll up or whatever, you know what I'm saying, won't show, won't like. And they might be sitting there rewatching the video over and over.
Like crabs in the bucket, pretty much.
Crabs in the bucket. And then the biggest thing, either they try to copy you or they try to knock you. And that's basically it.
Which brings me to, that's a good iteration, because it brings me to this where beats. I guess a lot of people try to get their beats off of YouTube. Some people get their beats from industry cats.
I'm starting to hate them YouTube beat niggas.
Yeah, YouTube beats. Like say, for instance, you could make the most fire song, right? Somebody turn around and got that same beat.
Them YouTube
and they go viral,
niggas,
and you don't.
That's what I'm saying. Them YouTube beat niggas, and then the funny thing with these YouTube beat niggas, they try to license the music to everybody, and then let's say you drop a video or something or whatever, and then they quickly to claim the rights, so they get the monetized for that. So my suggestion to a lot of artists is get somebody else to do the beat. You know what I'm saying? Leave these beat star and YouTube niggas alone, you know what I'm saying, cause these niggas will put a hindrance on your vibe. And like you say, you can make a doper song than somebody else, you know what I'm saying, they have the beat, but the dude is still advertising the beat, you know what I'm saying. So now when you make your song, you know what I'm saying, and it's put out, and then you pull up the beat, it go to this nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like you say, you don't even get the traffic that you would, even though it's your song might be better than that dude who already done did it or whatnot. I just think the nigga should take the beats down, to be honest, and stop putting these niggas in these little weird ass contracts to where these niggas can license the beat, but then they can't, when they do the little thing where they listen to the music and it pull up the track and the artist, the person who did the beat, they be wanting them niggas to get pulled up instead of the artist.
Right.
And that's what really blows me, because as producers, you want hot artists to jump on your beat, to put you on, you know what I'm saying? And I always continually take the light away from the art, from the artist. You know what I'm saying? If you put out 5 beats, niggas just gonna gravitate to you because they're like, oh, this nigga here, every time he drop a fucking beat, this shit be fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just like that. But, yeah, I don't really like them. They good for practice, but...
Not for an album.
Nah.
Maybe for promotion.
Yeah, for promotion, like mixtape, like, I done learned it like that. I take some of them beats and do like a mixtape, some for the public, some content. But as far as like an album, like some I'm finna release, it'd be minimum to none. And that would be basically so you as the artist get more, the money come back to you. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta worry about some cornball talking about that's my beat, where's my percentage, or I get that beat back at the such and such, you know what I'm saying? It really ain't even your song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of blows me, is that you drop the lyrics to this nigga beat, and then after a period of time, that's no longer your song.
Not even that you done spent your money.
Right.
I done cashed out you. I done Zelled you. Man, where's my cheese? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I paid you for a service.
Right.
And then you turn around and you put the service in somebody else's hand too.
Right.
So now you double dipping, which technically
That
is like
really-
against the law.
Right. That's
Because if you double dip on anything else, that is like you get a paycheck, right?
right.
You go to work, get a paycheck. They give you they tell you they'll cash it out, so they cash you out. You still got the check stub though.
Yeah. So
You
then
go to the
drop
bank
back.
and double dip.
Right.
What's gonna happen?
Exactly.
So I feel like they should put that kind of monetization on that. That's something.
Or they should put a number to how many people they done licensed the beat to. I think that's what it help clear it up. If they was to put a number, so you like, once I get the license to this beat, 1,000 other niggas got the license to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Who will drop first?
right. And who gonna drop first and who gonna drop the hardest. Because if you drop a song to another nigga beat that's harder than yours, please believe that nigga's gonna try to stop the pressure on your song. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do his best to get it slowed down. You know what I'm saying? So then that traffic can come back to his whack ass song. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So it could be even on some freestyle stuff, cause I done freestyled over niggas beats and the song come out better than what they did, and the nigga would go flag the shit. And it's just like, how did you even fucking find it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, cause like you say, your verse went harder, so more people started trending to it.
Yeah.
Once they start trending to it, what's the next thing? Once you get something in the loop, then you type it up. What's gonna hit first?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna catch your wave,
Yeah.
and then that wave is taken away from them. So of course, I mean, I'll be kind of upset too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done spent my little cash. I mean, a lot of these people are scrounging up to get, to make things happen. So, I mean, that's showing the love that they have for their craft, and then just to get screwed out and ain't even under no contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, how you feel about the mainstream or going industry?
Me personally, if it happens, it happens, but that's not my biggest focus. I like putting out my sound, my flavor, my vibe, and the reason I say that is because I feel the industry don't embrace that. You know what I'm saying? The industry is they're not on music, they on something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the industry music is like, it's so trash right now. Like it's going through some changes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's missing that vibe it used to have. You know what I'm saying? It don't no more elicit a different array of emotions. It's like, it's just done got down to like, okay, let's say we started with 10 emotions, now we're down to like 2. And that's like on some anger and pure sexual. You know what I'm saying? Aggression. Really aggression. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that the industry now, the music that's put out is conducive to healthy psychology. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who are committing horrendous crimes to the music. And I think the science behind the music is like the science behind the other things is being concealed and it's not being released. You know what I'm saying? So just like the AIs, it was 2 AI computers, and one they gave all positive pictures and things, and one they gave all negative. And then they start asking them questions, and then they start showing them the little psychology pictures with the black and white prints. And the one who seen all the good images was telling it that it seen good stuff. And then when they asked the other computer, it was saying like some horrendous shit, like it seen death, murder, and like fucked up shit. Like this nigga can see like a fucking lamb in black and white, and he's like, no, I see a person getting slaughtered. So it's like, the music the same way. So if you have people who done got stuck into a lane to where it's only detrimental, that shit is gonna start to act out in them and around in their environment. So like that's the science behind it. So it's just like, if you're trying to be on something positive, you cannot listen to that all day. It may sound good for like 5 minutes, then you just like, once you get into like a real life situation to where that shit don't match up with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you have like, nigga, life and death experience on like some sickness shit. You don't want to hear some fucking young boy shoot them up, some type of shit like that. You trying to fucking get well, you know what I'm saying? And while you going through your trial, like, you don't want to hear none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear some positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's like sometimes you just gotta clear your mental palate, you know what I'm saying? And just, bro, just let that shit go, cause that shit'll fuck you up, for real.
So what's new coming out with you?
With a lot of miles to fire low, while you're running from me, came in the game, ain't show no.
But I did some humbug drama skit or some shit for a college that was down, just made some shit up. Yeah, and that's how I first got into college. It wasn't off it was a partial scholarship. And being that when I went there, being I was on such survival mode, you know what I'm saying, I started doing hood activities, even worse up there when I went to college than when I was back in the hood, because it was on some survival mode, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, and that's another reason why I don't like HBCs, because if you come from the hood and you hood, and you already struggling when you get there, like, bro, you may fall into some hood shit while you in there, you know what I'm saying? Until I started going to schools that it wasn't so many of us, that's when I started to get some of the help to actually get me through the school. But that's after me figuring out, getting into trouble, how important going to school was, and then being around in those environments and seeing some of the toughest, hardest dudes cry. You know what I'm saying? I realized that the streets weren't what they was cracked up to be, and I was kind of upset about that, because I felt like a lot of OGs don't be telling niggas they be waiting for them to crash out. They be like I said, they be like secret haters. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want to see you outdo them. So once you crash out, niggas can laugh at you. Yeah, I told you that nigga wasn't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? So it goes the same thing with the music. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hope that you fucking crash out and you fucking give up on what it is that you're doing, so you don't become that nigga. So they can get the joy from saying, I told you that nigga wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? You thought that nigga was somebody. You thought that nigga was better than me. I told you that nigga wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying?
They count you out before it even happened.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you tell these niggas, they'll start secretly hating. So it's like a law of attraction, a lot of things come into play. So it's like, I say locally in this area, it would be best to don't even tell these niggas what you're doing, just do it. So it's shocking. They can't even stop it, they just hit with it. And they just keep getting hit with it. You know what I'm saying? When you tell them, they got enough time to hate, to put some negativity out there in the ethers. You know what I'm saying? Because like they say, our thoughts affects things. So that's why I try to at least put it into my music, so it has a not so detrimental thought evoking process.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got anything out on the web right now that people can like
I'm actually about to drop my Cool Nerd project this summer. You know what I'm saying?
What's the emphasis on Cool Nerd?
To me, what they used to call us growing up, they used to call us street smart. And to me, that's really what a cool nerd is. You know what I'm saying? Street niggas who figure out how to, or I can't say street niggas. I could say people who are intelligent and also cool, you can get along with them as well. And I think that's one thing that the hood be lacking, is that we be intelligent, but it's just like we have to put on this persona due to our environment that it overshadows the intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So people put more of the emphasis on the shooters instead of the dude who can build a fucking car that runs off water. You know what I'm saying? These niggas protecting the nigga who's bringing in the fucking, bringing in the work. And then you got this dude who can, once he master what he's doing, he can create work for everybody and some. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude, God bless the dead, Aaron Salter, the dude, the brother who created the, who was about to get his patented pass for the water-powered car, and it was a white dude before him. You know what I'm saying? But I would consider him a cool nerd, because even though he was a police, but sometimes you have dudes who from the hood who be the police. He was still in his hood serving his community, and he was using his intelligence. Like, all of us ain't gangbangers from the hood. You know what I'm saying? We have the natural ability in us to create, be creative, and express our genius. And what this industry and world try to do is just make us look like straight savages. So my whole cool nerd thing is that we ain't just savages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could be on some nerd shit, but we so cool with it that we just don't have to be some geek. You know what I'm saying? You could be a nerd and still be cool. You could be on some smart stuff, some intelligent stuff, and still be cool and still be likable. And it's a lot of women who are actually looking for cool nerd type of guys. They getting tired of the whole persona of the tough guy, and then realize that he's really a soft guy. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's tough only when he grabs his pistol, or he's only tough when he on his drugs. You know what I'm saying? So he's really not tough at all. It's just really based on the variable. That, you know what I'm saying? So if they would nerd up a little bit, they would actually become a little bit more effective in what they trying to do and stop making the same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So if, like I say, if the one brother who was making the water-powered gun, if these same dudes who was over here protecting him like they do the dude bringing in the work, then he could have made all them millionaires instead of all them possibly the dude bringing in the work, making them all inmates. You know what I'm saying? So dudes like Aaron Salter have to be taken out because he changes the whole image of us. You know what I'm saying? If, like, Black History Month, they have, even though it's 22 days that they get for Black History Month, they having a black adventure for every day of the month. You know what I'm saying? Every day they have to talk about. So it goes to show that we natural inventors. So this whole image of I'm just savage, I'm on thug life, that's a savage will burn down the rainforest for a profit instead of curing himself of disease and diseases and feeding himself and helping people live longer, to the end of that, this idiot will burn it all down. You know what I'm saying? A savage would clear a whole area of vegetation to put concrete and buildings and all type of bullshit, you know what I'm saying, that's detrimental to the planet. That's a savage. A savage would cross the genes of an animal with a human and call it a science breakthrough. That's a savage, you know what I'm saying? Or a savage would take technology or whatever he get his hands on and weaponize it, because the savage is always scared, but he trying to make it seem like he tough, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes is really going about things on a coward way, you know what I'm saying, and calling it like, and saying it's respectable, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of what's the word? I can't even say dishonorable. I just say it's a lot of things in the hood that's being honored that is very dishonorable, like for real. So I think that's due to lack of low intelligence. So a cool nerd naturally is gonna have as an intelligent person, and they cool enough to be able to cross the social barrier with other people to actually talk to them. Cause I remember with some dudes who was like really like nerdy and stuff growing up in school, but they were so geeked out you can't even talk to them. They're not good socially. They only good in their little box, you know what I'm saying? So my whole cool nerd thing is to, you know what I'm saying, you can be intelligent and be sociable, you know what I'm saying? You can use your intelligence to better yourself and the other people, and you don't have to be seen like weak or weird, you know what I'm saying? Because moving in what, the queering age, so what, the intelligence is like increasing, you know what I'm saying? So my whole cool nerd drip vibe, it lines up with that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of intelligence that just coming to us. So dudes who creating water-powered cars, those are the first. So like the 100 monkey experiment, this is probably already facilitating like 1,000 other people who are probably looking to create water-powered cars. But what they should learn from this scenario is that they should teach the technology to other people instead of trying to hide it and conceal it to make a patent, which basically makes you a target. Because the real big money people, they don't want that patent to come out because you finna stop all their money. You know what I'm saying? They may be some nerds too, but they may not be cool. They may be some
Savages.
Yeah, some savages, you know what I'm saying? And they don't like cool nerds, you know what I'm saying?
Heard you say something about cool nerd drip, so what's that about?
Cool Nerd Drip is my clothing line, but drip is like drip is a reference into like, you know, sauce, swag. So it's like you could be a cool nerd and still have that sauce, you know what I'm saying? So my whole style, even to like how I am in my clothing style, dressing, I would consider that like a cool nerd style, you know what I'm saying? So that's really how I look at the whole cool nerd vibe. So it's like you could be a nerd, you could be cool and still have swag. You don't always have to be you don't always have to be a gangster, we'll put it like that. So you got another, you know what I'm saying, style or whatever that you can gravitate to, you know what I'm saying. And me personally, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be on that vibe anyways. So I wanna express something without hating on something else. You know what I'm saying? That's their own lane, and I got my own lane. So to me, that's what tough is. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your own thing, and you're not worried about what somebody else doing or trying to be like somebody else. You're comfortable with being yourself, being in your own skin.
All right. Where can they find your cool nerd merchandise?
Website, coolnerddrip.com.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap things up, man. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Yes, sir. E3, Party Guy, Streetway, Heat.
Okay, street
We're
heat,
gonna edit
street
that
heat.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is Street Heat, Way to Fame, and we out here.
E3, the Party Guy. Let me do this one more time. Street Heat, Way to Fame.
Yeah.
Street Heat, Way to Fame. Right?
Yeah, this is Street. We'll do it out.
Why they hate it youngin', even though I'm labeled as a thug. No, I was made for something. Right now my body full of drugs. Hope I overcome it. I need your sunshine, cause I've been walking in the rain. Won't say I'm fine, my granny running through my brain. Don't read my mind, cause you don't wanna go insane. Been feeling for bodies, money and diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds.